Hello, everyone. My name is Shadow, and I'll be your entertainer this evening. And we're back in the Longing. And yes, there is another day missing. Starting to really like this place. I'm sure you are, little buddy. Let's make a fire real quick. And I'm gonna set this little guy up with... Just gonna set him up to idle read for a while. Get him started with the Iliad, I think. Yes, hi. Here we go. And yeah, I just kind of want to talk a bit for today. If you guys want to tune me out and just read the book, that's why I've got that set up. You can pause to read if the idle read is going too fast. But yeah, there is, in fact, another day missing. Luckily, I wasn't sick this time. I unfortunately just did not process yesterday as a day. That was just kind of unfortunate. I don't think I was awake for very long at all yesterday. It's kind of a thing I have to deal with. So, I have my day job, my shifts that I've mentioned in previous episodes. And part of that is I do rotating shift work, which, if you don't know what that is, which I don't think most people do, since I have to explain it multiple times to people I've already explained it to, but basically, if I'm on night shifts one set of days, or if I'm on day shifts for a week, the next week I'm probably on night shifts, and the week after that I'm probably on day shifts, and the week after that I'm probably on night shifts, etc. It's a way of rotating through all of the sets of shifts to keep my workplace staffed 24/7. But yeah, the hardest part of that is always swapping my sleep schedule. Because you can't exactly be sleeping at night when you're on a night shift. And you can't be sleeping at day when you're on a day shift. And the easiest way to swap between that, is to just sleep an entire day away. Which is very inconvenient when you need to, do things that day. So the best way I've found to do that is to just basically not count that day as a day. It gets counted towards the next day. And yeah, so that's how yesterday ended up disappearing. I went throughout my day the way I would normally, swapping from day shifts to night shifts. I just slept the entire day until it was time to go to work. And it turns out I did not realize I had not gotten a stream out. So yeah, that's how that went. Goodness, this book is kind of dry, isn't it? I know I've read the Iliad before, but I did not remember it being this dry. Let's see what this one's a little more interesting. Yeah, life gets away from you sometimes. You need to be able to forgive yourself for that. I guess I didn't really have much to talk about other than that. So, yeah. Enjoy the idle reading. These are quite the names. Hagen of Trony, Dankwort, Metz or Ortwine, Echowort. Quite the names. You know what, let's just do the Raven. I know I can beat that one normally. The Raven by Edgar Allan Poe. Once upon a midnight dreary, while I pondered, weak and weary, over many a quaint and curious volume of forgotten lore, while I nodded, nearly napping, suddenly there came a tapping, as of someone gently rapping at my chamber door. That was not an invitation to go a tapping at the microphone, little cat. "'Tis some visitor," I muttered, tapping at my chamber door, only this and nothing more. Distinctly I remember it was in the bleak December, and each separate dying ember wrought its ghost upon the floor. Eagerly I wished the morrow, vainly I had sought to borrow from my books surcease of sorrow for the lost Lenore. For the rare and radiant maiden whom the angels name Lenore, nameless here forevermore. And the silken, sad, uncertain rustling of each purple curtain filled me with fantastic terrors never felt before. So that now, to still the beating of my heart, I stood repeating, "'Tis some visitor entreating entrance at my chamber door. Some late visitor entreating entrance at my chamber door. This it is, and nothing more." Presently my soul grew stronger, hesitating then no longer. "Sir," said I, "or madam, truly your forgiveness I implore. But the fact is I was napping, and so gently you came rapping, and so faintly you came tapping at my chamber door, that I scarce was sure I heard you. And here I opened wide the door. Darkness there, and nothing more." Deep in that darkness, peering long, I stood there, wondering, fearing, doubting, dreaming dreams no mortal ever dared to dream before. But the silence was unbroken, and the stillness gave no token, and the only word there spoken was the whispered word, "Lenore." This I whispered, and an echo murmured back the word "Lenore." Merely this, and nothing more. Back into the chamber turning, all my soul within me burning, soon again I heard a tapping, something louder than before. "Surely," said I, "surely that is something at my window lattice. Let me see then." what thereat is, and this mystery explore. Let my heart be still a moment, and this mystery explore. 'Tis the wind and nothing more. Open here I flung the shutter, when with many a flirt and flutter, in there stepped a stately raven of the saintly days of yore. Not the least obeisant made he, not a minute stopped or stayed he, but, with mien of lord or lady, perched above my chamber door, perched upon a bust of Pallas just above my chamber door, perched and sat, and nothing more. Then the ebony bird, beguiling my sad fancy into smiling, by the grave and stern decorum of the countenance it wore, though thy crest be shorn and shaven, thou, I said, art sure no craven, ghastly grim and ancient raven, wandering from the nightly shore. Tell me what thy lordly name is on the night's Plutonian shore. Quoth the raven, nevermore. Much I marvelled this ungainly fowl to hear discourse so plainly, though its answer little meaning, little relevance bore. For we cannot help agreeing that no living human being ever yet was blessed with seeing bird above his chamber door, bird or beast upon the sculptured bust above his chamber door, with such a name as nevermore. But the raven, sitting lonely on that placid bust, spoke only that one word, as if its soul in that one word did outpour. Nothing farther than he uttered, not a feather than he fluttered, till I've scarcely more than muttered, other friends have flown before, on the morrow he will leave me, as my hopes have flown before. Then the bird said nevermore. Startled at the stillness broken by reply so aptly broken, doubtless, said I, what it utters is only stock and store, caught from some unhappy master, whom unmerciful disaster followed fast and followed faster, till his songs one burden bore, till the dirges of his hope that melancholy burden bore of nevermore. But the raven, still beguiling all my sad soul into smiling, straight I wheeled a cushioned seat in front of bird and bust and door. Then upon velvet sinking, I betook myself to linking fancy unto fancy, thinking, what this ominous bird of yore, what this grim, ungainly, ghastly, gaunt, and ominous bird of yore meant in croaking nevermore. Then I sat engaged in guessing, but no syllable expressing, to the fowl whose fiery eyes now burned to my bosom's core. This and more I sat divining, with my head at ease reclining on the cushion's velvet lining, that the lamplight gloated o'er, but whose velvet violet lining, with the lamplight gloating o'er, she shall press, nevermore. Then, methought, the air grew denser, perfumed from an unseen censer, swung by seraphim whose footfalls tingled on the tufted floor. Wretch, I cried, thy God hath lent thee, by these angels he hath sent thee, respite and nepenthe from thy memories of Lenore. Quaff this kind nepenthe, and forget this lost Lenore. Quoth the raven, nevermore. Prophet, said I, thing of evil, prophet still, if bird or devil, whether tempter sent, or whether tempest tossed, be here ashore, desolate, yet all undaunted, on this desert land enchanted, on this home by horror haunted. Tell me truly, I implore, is there balm in Gilead? Tell me, I implore. Quoth the raven, nevermore. Prophet, said I, thing of evil, prophet still if bird or devil. By that heaven that bends above us, by that God we both adore, tell this soul with sorrow laden, if within the distant Aidenn, if it shall clasp a sainted maiden, whom the angels name Lenore. Clasp a rare and radiant maiden, whom the angels name Lenore. Quoth the raven, nevermore. Be that our sign of parting, bird or fiend, I shrieked upstarting. Get thee back into the tempest and the night's Plutonian shore. Leave no black plume as a token of that lie thy soul has spoken. Leave my loneliness unbroken. Quit the bust above my door. Take thy beak from out my heart, and take thy form from off my door. Quoth the raven, nevermore. And the raven, never flitting, still is sitting, on the pallid bust of Pallas, just above my chamber door. And his eyes have all the seeming of a demon's that is dreaming, and the lamplight o'er him streaming throws his shadows on the floor, and my soul from out that shadow that lies floating on the floor shall be lifted nevermore. Oh, that actually kind of hurt my throat. I should have left it on idle reading. Okay. Well, at least it was a good book. It's been ages since I read that one, actually. Oh, the fire went out. We do have plenty of coal. How am I supposed to get coal if it keeps going up there? Oh. We can start another fire. We'll just collect more coal later. Like that piece. Here we go. We have another piece of coal. Hi, TV Innes. I'm sorry to say you missed most of the stream. I am unfortunately right at the end. But yeah, thanks for tuning in as long as you did. As always, if you want to catch any of the previous episodes, they are up on my YouTube channel. And if you want to catch this in the future, it will be on twitch.tv/ShadowT5er. Thank you guys for joining me, and I will see you later.